What if I told you that in some American states, middle-class families are quietly packing up, selling their homes and leaving behind everything they built? Not because they want to, but because they feel like they have no choice? Not billionaires. Not people in poverty. The middle class, the people who work 9 to 5, the families with mortgages, the couples raising kids, the ones who thought they were financially stable. For decades, the American middle class was the backbone of entire states. They bought homes, they paid taxes, they supported schools, they kept local economies alive. But now, in several states, that backbone is starting to crack. Housing costs are rising faster than wages. Insurance is exploding. Property taxes are climbing. Utilities are increasing. And in many cases, quality of life is quietly declining. Today, we're breaking down 8 states where middle-class families are leaving at alarming rates. And more importantly, why it's happening. And once you see the pattern connecting all of them, you might start looking at your own state differently. Let's begin. Number 8. California. California used to represent opportunity, high salaries, innovation, coastal lifestyle, good weather, strong job market. For decades, middle-class families believed if you worked hard in California, you'd eventually build wealth. But something changed. The average home price statewide now sits far beyond what a typical middle-class salary can comfortably support. In many metro areas, starter homes exceed $700,000. Property taxes keep rising. Insurance in wildfire-prone zones is skyrocketing, or being canceled entirely. Gas prices consistently rank among the highest in the country. And here's the real issue. Wages are high in California, yes, but not high enough to offset housing costs, childcare utilities, state income tax insurance premiums. Many families who bought homes years ago are staying, but new middle-class buyers, they're leaving. Where are they going? Texas? Nevada, Arizona, Idaho, states with no income tax or lower housing costs. California isn't collapsing, but it's slowly becoming a place where the wealthy thrive. The lower income population struggles, and the middle class feels squeezed out, and when the middle class leaves, long-term stability weakens. Number 7. New York. New York has always been expensive, but there was a time when high cost meant high opportunity. Today, the math doesn't feel balanced anymore. Outside of ultra-high earners in Manhattan, finance, or tech, many middle-class families feel trapped between high property taxes, high income taxes, high rent, rising crime concerns in certain areas. Aging infrastructure, long commutes upstate cities that were once affordable have seen price surges since 2020. Meanwhile, heating costs in winter remain brutal. Property taxes in suburban counties are some of the highest in America. Insurance costs are climbing. A teacher earning $75,000 used to live comfortably in many parts of New York. Now, that same salary feels tight, and so families are relocating to Florida, North Carolina, Tennessee. Pennsylvania, New York isn't emptying, but its middle class is thinning, especially among young families. Number 6. Illinois. Illinois tells a quieter story. It's not flashy like California. It's not chaotic like New York. But the financial pressure is real. Illinois has one of the highest property tax burdens in the country, rising pension liabilities. Fiscal instability concerns population stagnation. Chicago remains a major economic hub, but outside the city, many middle-class families feel uncertain about long-term stability. Property taxes on a modest $350,000 home can feel shocking compared to neighboring states. So where are people going? Indiana, Wisconsin, Tennessee, Texas? Lower taxes, more predictable cost structures. Illinois isn't losing everyone, but its tax structure is pushing many stable middle-income homeowners to reconsider. Number 5. Florida. Now this one surprises people. Florida is still attracting retirees and high-income transplants, but middle-class homeowners, they're feeling pressure. Why? Insurance. Home insurance premiums in Florida have doubled, and in some areas tripled, in just a few years. Hurricane risk, flood risk, litigation issues in the insurance market. Even families who own homes outright are seeing annual insurance bills skyrocket. Add in property tax increases, rapid home price growth since 2020, HOA fee spikes, rising car insurance costs. Florida went from affordable paradise to financially unpredictable. Middle-class families who moved for savings are now asking, did we miscalculate? Some are relocating inland. Others are leaving the state entirely. Florida isn't collapsing, but affordability for middle-income families is no longer guaranteed. Number 4. Colorado. Colorado's natural beauty made it one of America's hottest migration states. Denver exploded exploded in popularity. Mountain towns boomed. Tech jobs grew. But popularity comes at a price. Median home prices surged dramatically over the past decade. Rent growth followed. Insurance costs increased in wildfire-prone areas. And everyday expenses climbed along with demand. Colorado still offers quality of life, but many middle-class families now find themselves competing with high-income remote workers, struggling with childcare costs, facing rising property taxes. The state didn't become unaffordable overnight. It became unaffordable gradually, and that's what makes it dangerous. When affordability erodes slowly, people don't panic. They quietly leave. Number 3, Oregon. Oregon mirrors some of California's pressure, but without California's salary scale. Housing prices in cities like Portland surged dramatically. Meanwhile, public safety concerns rose, taxes increased, cost of living climbed. Oregon also has a relatively high income tax structure. Middle-class earners feel the squeeze from both housing and taxation. Many families once drawn by progressive culture and scenic beauty are now relocating to Idaho, Nevada, Arizona, Washington suburbs. Oregon remains beautiful, but affordability and economic confidence are becoming concerns for the middle class. Number 2, Massachusetts. Massachusetts has strong education, strong healthcare, strong job markets, but it also has extremely high housing costs. Boston metro prices are out of reach for many middle-income buyers. Suburban property taxes aren't cheap. Heating costs in winter add pressure. And while salaries are solid, the margin between income and expense feels thin. Young families in particular are choosing New Hampshire, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida. Massachusetts isn't weak economically, but middle-class wealth building feels harder than it used to. Number 1, Hawaii. Hawaii has always been expensive, but now it's becoming structurally inaccessible for the middle class. Home prices are among the highest in the nation. Groceries and utilities cost more due to geographic isolation. Insurance costs are rising, and wages don't match living costs for many professions. Local families, not just mainland transplants, are relocating to Nevada, Arizona, Texas, Washington. When native middle-class families leave, that's when you know the pressure is real. The bigger pattern. Now step back. What do these 8 states have in common? It's not politics. It's not weather. It's not culture. It's cost structure. Housing plus insurance plus taxes plus utilities are rising faster than middle-class wage growth. That's the pattern. The American middle class survives on margin. When margin disappears, migration begins. And here's the key insight. The middle class doesn't usually protest loudly. They don't announce collapse. They quietly calculate. Then they leave. Final thought. This doesn't mean these states are doomed, but it does mean something important. When middle-class families leave, school systems change, tax bases shift, local economies restructure, political dynamics evolve, and the long-term impact takes years to show up. The real question isn't which state is best. It's, can the middle class still build stability there? Because when that answer becomes no, migration accelerates.